run through a bush! True. Oh no, my child is mine. Hello. My hair is now half green, but we are 1 week out, well, one-ish week out from Megacon Birmingham, and today is the day that I work on all of my stamp rally stuff. I'm in 3, maybe 4 separate stamp rallies for this event, which is a lot, and it's probably the most I've been in at one time, which you may be wondering, is that a problem, Emma? No! I'm really looking forward to this convention though. It's local, so I don't actually have to stay anywhere, so I'm literally just commuting in each day. I do have some things that I need to do to get prepped. I have prints to order. I need to do a sticker restock.
Currently 4 minutes to midnight. I am lying in bed. I have just finished my live stream for the night. The whole time I've been thinking about this bloody piece, but I've been thinking about it because I made it a few months ago, like maybe 5 or 6 months ago, but my art has changed massively in that time. I think I've improved a lot, and there's always been something about it that didn't quite sit right with me, and I think I want to give it a second go. So my question for myself is, I have a pretty open day tomorrow where I have a gap between 2 things that I'm doing, and I think it's just about the right amount of time to be able to maybe improve it to the point that I would get it printed. So I might bring you along with me tomorrow and see if we can get that done. These came out really lovely. Oh, I'm so happy with these. Hatsune Miku. And this one that I was working on earlier. Oh gosh, it's so nice seeing it like big. I'm really happy with that. I think it looks gorgeous. Now the only thing I'm waiting for is my stickers, which should hopefully be arriving on Friday. I have everything else that I need. I've booked my train home from work on Friday because I'm working at a university on Friday. I've booked my train home, so hopefully I'll be able to get in with like about an hour to spare for setup, because I didn't think I was going to have any time to get in, but it turns out I can just get a direct train from Manchester to Birmingham International. So I'll bring my display stuff with me and just use that and just set up with that. So yeah, hopefully everything will be okay. My display doesn't take very long to put up at all, which is good. It's a good thing about having the photo stand now, is that things go really quickly. But I'm gonna sort out these prints, have a shower, and probably clear up my space. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. Stamped cards came. Sorted them into piles. So I ordered a slightly thicker GSM this time, and you can really tell how much thicker it is. And this is literally just because I had that issue with my menu where they wouldn't send the right GSM. I just wanted it to be thick enough because I like a thick print. I like a thick print, and I want, you know, you guys to have nice kind of like quality feeling prints. I think we discovered 350 is too much. It's like nice, it's nice and thick, but it's like physically, God, these are heavy. These are really heavy, especially A3, because like they're big. They're really big.
So setup day, it kind of feels like I spent half of my day on trains. I had a full day of teaching in Manchester before having to hop back down to Birmingham International, which gave me about an hour and a half to set up in the evening. And hoo boy, I forgot how long the walk from the train station through to the end halls of the NEC really was. Thankfully for once the travelators were working. But once I finally got into the hall, I knew that I was against the clock, so I just put my camera on time lapse and started getting my photo stand up. Thankfully by now this is a really swift process, and with help from my friends to actually get the thing up, everything went quite quickly. Ironically enough, it's the smaller things on my table that always take me forever to put up. So sorting out my postcard racks and my sticker sheets and my sticker boxes always end up taking me a really long time, and I end up actually bringing the chair around the front of the table just so I can get everything in. But here's a look at the table with the full show lights on. I'm really happy with how this layout turned out, and I'll probably use this layout again.
We are 1 hour in. It's going okay. So, less than fun fact, I forgot my camera today, which is why you're like physically up my nose. But yes. Hello. Managed to finish all the setup stuff, which was good. It was a little bit stressful at the end there. Just because like putting sticker trays out, you would think is not the most stressful thing in the world. It took bloody forever. I have too many designs, and because last night they all like fell off the table, I like knocked this tray off. So it just did not go well. Hello! I will say it's a little bit quiet, but the annoying thing about that is, for some reason, I found out that priority hour is not in fact an hour, it's 2 hours. So it's from when it opens at 9 till 11. So hopefully it will pick up a little bit. I mean, it's been fine. I've been having some nice conversations with people. And like, when people buy things, they buy a lot, which is always good. But yeah, it's just a bit slow. People are really excited for the Leighton rally though. So I'm running a Professor Leighton / Phoenix Wright rally. And we had loads of people come for cards so far, which is really lovely, which makes me feel really happy because it's just, it's a niche interest of mine, but I've recently done sticker sheets for it, so I'm just happy to cater. And I saw the Miku before we opened, which was like, made me very happy. It is 11:54. It's going okay. It's still quite slow. Less prints are selling than I expected, which is, it's fine. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. I'm really hungry, and I have no chance to go and get some food, which is annoying because I literally prepared something last night and forgot it. It's the most mid sandwich of my life. It is 10 to 3, and it's still very slow. I'll do more of a roundup when I get home, but there's agony. So it's all comparative to Megacon London. I think I'm on track to make about the same amount, which is okay, which is, you know, it's the goal that I had coming in. But it's what it is. It is 5:15. My phone died, so I haven't had an update in a while. I surpassed what I made on the Saturday in Megacon London, which I'm happy about. Yeah, it's been an interesting one. I have some, I think someone mentioned that it's payday on Monday. I think it may be kind of hampering what people are spending and how people are spending as well. Like, it's not a massive problem. It's just like one of those kind of interesting things. It happens at a lot of different events. It's just like the placement of them within the month. But I'll be interested to hear how my friends have done. I think it's been held up by the Professor Leighton stamp and Phoenix Wright stamp rally. So big up that rally. My goodness, I did not expect it to be as popular as it was in any way, which I'm really happy about. It means there's kind of hope for it in the future. I've sold out of the Phoenix Wright sheets, which is annoying, but whatever, we'll live.
Day 1 done. We ended up going out for food with a few other artists after the convention had ended. I ended up getting Korean food, so Korean fried chicken and a beef bulgogi bowl, which was delicious.
Morning. I've just woken up. It is day 2 of Megacon Birmingham, and I can admit it is weird to be in my own house instead of an Airbnb for once, but it's also very nice. We had a really lovely dinner last night that I am internally regretting because I don't know, I ate too much beef and now I feel quite queasy. But day 2's coming, we'll see how it goes. I have expectations. Well, no, I have wants for how the day will go. I hope I sell more prints. And yeah, but I'm having a good time. We are here with Gelly as well. Yay! We just crawled through a bush!
Yeah, so because certain gates weren't open in the NEC, the bushed way for us to get through to Hall 17. Amazing.
My expectations are based on like Megacon London, and I don't know what happened on that Sunday, but I almost made the same amount on both days, so I'm not going to do that here. Angle right. Ski. I'm making little signs for some of my prints to just kind of identify what they are, because on my last unicorn print, it does say the last unicorn, but it's blocked off by the top of my castle. So I'm making a little sign that says the last unicorn, and I'm gonna see if I can get to the pentiment one, but I think it might be a bit too tall. I think that works a little bit. I think it works okay. This is the state of the table this morning, exactly how it was last night. Hopefully we can sell more planners. Hopefully we can sell more planners. I don't mind if not. Oh no, my child display. I've just about fixed it. The Velcro needs reapplying. Well, we're good. Here with my friend Good Laus.
Good mega morning.
Good mega morning. Amazing.
True.
Oh my gosh. Oh, not the Tumblr sexy man band, Bella. That's amazing. That's amazing. Am I okay to take a video of you? Thank you so much. So, that is incredible. Here's my 12:30 update. It's going very slowly. I'm being boosted by the fact that I had someone buy like a bunch of stuff, which I'm really, really grateful for. I will say prints are doing better today. In general, we've had a couple of Miku sales. I sold the last unicorn print, and I even sold a pentiment. I was expecting this weekend to come in and sell absolutely no pentiment prints whatsoever, so I was really happy that one person bought Andreas for their friend, so that's really grateful. The vibe's really good though. I am actually really having a lot of fun. Some really, really lovely people coming by today, which is the main thing. And you know, we're in the state where everything is profit, so there's no losses at all. And I'm just having a really, really good time. Yeah, it's nice to have another kind of consistent con in Birmingham. I know that it's mixed for other people, so in that case I'm very, very, very grateful that it's going okay. I do think it's a thing of, I think next time I probably will book an artist table again, unless like the today proves itself massively, or I'll choose a different location. I think being by the arcade is okay, but I think the footfall wise it's not amazing. It's quite far from the entrance, and they don't open up the door that's down there until later on in the day, so it's weird to get a vibe for like traffic flow and things like that. I think there's an overall kind of problem with the layout, which doesn't surprise me because I know when they used to run at Birmingham MCM in this hall, there was a problem with the layout as well. It's just a difficult one to lay out properly, I think, but that seems to be a consistent problem across like the ones they've done in Birmingham. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of adapt and change it next year. But you know, I can't complain too much. I'm very grateful to kind of have lots of people coming over and saying that they've seen my stuff before. So hi, sorry. So as usual, Dragon Quest ends up being a little sleeper hit. I think it's because I'm I think I'm the only person I've ever met at a con who has like Dragon Quest art and not just like official merchandise. So the Dragon Quest stuff does really, really well. And I'm really happy about that because I get to talk about my favourite games. It's 2 o'clock though, so we have approximately 3 hours left, and it is dead. It's dead. It's always a little bit difficult to know what to do when it's like so quiet. I've been like doodling at night and like trying to think about like I want to make more Dragon Quest stuff, so think about like what I want to do with that. But yeah, it's slow.
My top tip is never leave. Don't leave the table. Don't leave the table. If you're running a stealth rally and you leave, you're a bad person. Sorry, that was a bad tip.
About a girl he used to Oh wait, this is the right verse. In the studio, singing the song she wrote. In the last half an hour, we have heard Skater Boy, not once, not twice, 3 times. Somehow it's still an improvement from hearing people sing Creep. Why is there karaoke in the gaming area? It was Rock Band and now it's just generic karaoke, and it's really annoying. It's okay when it's like low volume, but it's not now. How do you feel about Skater Boy? And we're done. It's 5 p.m. We are finally done. And people are leaving. Goodbye, people. Goodbye, people of Megacon. Goodbye to table. Goodbye to table. We had sticker sellout, which is good. Lots of prints sold. That's not my sticker sheet. That's my computer sticker sheet. Anyway. And that's it for Castle Talk. Everything's packed away. But you know who's not packed away? Ev. So here is the part where I get down to the real kind of nitty-gritty business details and tell you whether I think this convention was worth it for me as an artist. So this convention has had mixed reviews in the past from people that I've spoken to. Some people have done okay, some people have done catastrophically poorly. So coming in, I kept my expectations fairly low. There was a number in my head that I wanted to make to make this convention worth it for me. I did manage to make that on the first day, which meant every bit above that was, you know, it was profit. It was obviously for me, because I live in Birmingham, there's no cost in regards to Airbnbs, hotels, anything like that. The only cost that I had were getting into the convention. I was planning on taking the train, but I got very lazy. The additional cost I had compared to the previous Megacon that I did in London was that instead of going for an artist table in the Creative Village, I ended up booking a trader table so that I could be alongside my friends, and also so that I could see what the difference in footfall was. It cost me about $160 before VAT. It ended up rounding out about I think £300, which can sound like a lot. However, that is, from my memory, that's how much a trader table at MCM Birmingham used to cost. So it's still like a lot more than a creator table, but I didn't struggle to pay it back on the first day. I didn't struggle at all. So I do think it was worth it to try it out. I said in previous clips I didn't know whether I was going to rebook a trader table next time. If I do, I think I probably will for this show, just because, again, I don't have any extra costs. But I think I will probably book it in a different area. I mentioned that we was right next to the arcade area, which was alright. I've been to conventions where I've been in front of a similar area before, and it actually ended up helping us. But this time I think it was very loud a lot of the day. They had rock band and karaoke on, which, you know, sometimes it's fun. I was enjoying bits of it, but it got very repetitive, especially because it got very, very slow on the Sunday. There was very, very few people around our area, so all we could hear was the karaoke, and through no fault of the people who were singing it, the same songs kept getting repeated again and again and again, which for me was very annoying. It's not something that I, you know, would actively like complain about and bitch and moan about, but it was just kind of something that means that I wouldn't really want to be in that area again next year. So this convention did take place over the weekend of Mother's Day, and also the weekend before payday for a lot of people, which I do think may have impacted attendance, especially on the Sunday. As I mentioned before, it was so quiet, like one of the quietest Sundays I've ever had. And while I still had a lot of fun, it would be interesting to see the move that weekend, the move the event to a different weekend, potentially just the following weekend, so this weekend coming. I do think it would be better placed in the month financially, and also just it's not competing with Mother's Day and other events that are going on that weekend. In my Megacon London vlog, Megacon does operate under a first come first serve system for their tables, meaning that if you've previously booked a table with them, you gain access to the priority booking system, which obviously prefers and benefits people who have been before, which can be an issue. Again, it's something that I'm very lucky to benefit from because obviously I've booked before, but it can mean that it's difficult for people who are wanting to get into the convention However, I will say there were still tables left over for a pretty good amount of time, and my friend managed to get a very last minute table for the event, so the organisers were very accommodating for allowing her to be able to get a table a couple of days before the event, which was really, really good. I do think this convention is worth attending. I think it's something that keeps getting better every year. They're not quite, you know, perfect yet. There's still a space for improvement, but I think every year that they run it, it seems to be getting better. From what I've heard from people previously, the experience this time was a lot better. You know, I was next to my friend who was there last year as well, and he marked on how improved it was. And it did seem like it was much more of a fair distribution of success across the convention, as opposed to last year where, again, some people did really well, some people did really poorly. So I think that's a definite net improvement. I think the vibe of the convention is amazing. When I walked out briefly on the Saturday to go and get some food, and it was just amazing just seeing everybody hanging out. I do think that even though it's not the best hall for accessibility in terms of like getting there quickly, I think halls 17, 18 and 19, that kind of long corridor area does give a lot of nice open space for people to hang out, take videos and things like that. And because Megacon is such a kind of young audience, it really attracts people who are into making TikToks and making videos and stuff of their cosplays. I do think it's a really good kind of venue for them to have. So yeah, I think that's a positive. Just think the number one thing to keep in mind if you're applying for this is just make sure you're keeping your costs low. I say this for any convention, but especially one where it's still kind of finding its feet. Just make sure that you're not kind of booking really expensive hotels. Just keep your
expectations realistic and your costs manageable, and I think you'll do really well and you'll have a really nice time. I will definitely be rebooking for next year again, probably going for a traded table again just because it worked out really well in terms of footfall. It was quiet. I still felt like we had a decent amount of people flooding through at all times, and again the vibe was really nice. I had some lovely conversations with people and it fits really nicely into my calendar at the end of March. So yeah, actually have a really long gap between this convention and my next one. So my next convention will in fact be MCM London in May. I'm really happy to have been given a table again in the Artist Alley. Very grateful for that. So I will be having a very kind of intense period of preparation for that, as it is one of the biggest shows of the year for me and for a lot of other people, and I just want to make sure that I'm getting everything out and everything spick and span and as good as I can make it, because I really want to kind of put my best foot forwards. I even have plans for an outfit that I want to wear, so you will see hopefully in the next vlog the process of making that and some of my new merch for the convention. But thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, comment if there's any shows that you would like to see me at in the future, or any kind of future videos that you would like. I'd love to make more tip giving videos and things along those lines. But until then, I will see you later and have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.